first flight of the orbital Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower. Discovery's core computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Hello, everyone. How's it going? And good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another Watch with Nordic live commentary stream. And today, we have a great day of Olympic hockey. It is the Olympic playoff qualifying games. We have a triple header here on the YouTube channel. We are starting off with Germany and France, continuing on with Czechia and Denmark, and then Sweden and Latvia later on today, all here on this YouTube channel. I'm looking forward to it. Good morning to everybody who's tuning into the early game here if you're in the States. For anybody else, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are located currently. At work, but can listen for a few. Thanks, Bond. Appreciate it. As the both teams take the ice here between Germany and France. This is the first time we have streamed these two teams in a live commentary stream ever. And the first time in these Olympics. You take a look at these two teams' records in the group stages. You take a look at Germany. They were in the Group C stage with the USA, Denmark, and Latvia, where they went 1-0-2, suffering losses to Latvia and the United States. When you look at France, they have struggled here in this tournament. That's definite. They are 0-3. Throughout the whole tournament, they were unable to get a win, and they just most recently suspended one of their defensemen in Philippe Cronin. So that's an interesting case there, if you guys know what's going on there. Starting goaltenders here on both sides. Philipp Grubauer is in net for Team Germany, goaltender for the Seattle Kraken. Had a great season over there. And then you look at the other side, making his Watch with Nordic live commentary debut is Julian Junka. Here for Team France, and is playing there And he has become the 90th goaltender in Watch with Nordic history to play a game so far in this tournament. 867 save percentage in 2 games played. I would argue this is the hardest trophy to win in all of sports. An Olympic gold medal is very difficult. You only get to win it every 4 years. Every team qualifies for the playoffs. We are now in that stage where if you win, you move on. And if you are eliminated, better luck in 4 years. It is the first game of the playoff qualifiers between Germany and France. Clara's Italy. And we are waiting for the ref to come to center. Just they're waiting for time. All right, now we're ready to go. Germany and France, and we are underway. Face-off won here by France. They will bank it off the boards. Back down low now into the Germany zone. But doesn't have to play it then is Philipp Grubauer. Stolen back on the right side, then down low by Steven Da Costa. Fires it on, shot save, and the rebound is blocked. Now here comes Germany the other way. 3-on-3, Draisaitl plays the puck ahead through the center then to Lukas Reichel. Reichel up top, shot is blocked in front there. Now pass back to Draisaitl, backhand on is fanned upon. Now down low, Pierre-Edouard Bellemare will pick up that puck. Gives it up and over then for Avito. Played back down low now as Gube will regroup in his own end. Yeah, Clara's Italy, Bon. Italy now battling forward here on the right side. Taking it back down low in the zone is Hugo Gallet. Will flip it all the way back into the Germany zone. Grubauer out of his own net to play it. Will flick that one around. France here with the early pressure. Played back out of the zone then is Gallet. Back over then down low. Trying to dump that one into the zone was Boudon. Now below the goal line. Germany will pick it back up and try and get it to center. Here's Josh Szymanski playing for the Edmonton Oilers. Feeds up Paterka. Pass over and could not convert is Tim Stützle. And here comes France taking advantage. Here they come the other way. Banked off the boards. Back down low then to the Germany zone. And intercepted by the Germans. They will play it back ahead to center. Racing for that puck with speed was the likes of Lucas Kable, but could not get to it in time. Now here comes France through center. Adamo now into the zone. Will clear that one around behind the Germany net. Now battling forward here on the right side. Fed back up top to Ritz, who will clear that one back down low. Adamo to the right side. Stolen back by Germany and flicked all the way back into the French zone. 2 minutes gone here in this first period. Only one shot, and it comes from France here in the first game of the Olympic playoff qualifiers. The winner of this game will take on Slovakia tomorrow. Taking that one ahead now through the zone is Nico Stern. Pass it ahead then to Klaber. Comes in. Can't get the shot on. He's tripped. And that'll be a penalty against France. Germany will pull their goaltender and set up for a 6-on-5. Seider to Draisaitl. Draisaitl fires it. And he vans on that puck. And France will touch. It is going to be a Germany power play here to start things off as Lucas Klauble was interfered with as he was making a rush towards the net. It'll be Nicholas Ritz who will head to the box for France. And we will see a Germany power play here to start off. And I mean, you look at that penalty and yeah, kind of seems about right to be honest with you. Again, he's interfered with as he's coming in for the puck. It makes a lot of sense as to why that was a penalty call. So power play coming up here now for Germany. And a huge power play at that. Definitely need to get the ball rolling fast. Face off here now, won by France. They will clear that one around, kept in by Germany. Down low now, handling that puck is Reichel. Trying to play that one up top to center. Stolen back by France. They will clear it all the way down the other way. Germany's power play 1 for 9 in the preliminary games and 11% down that stretch. Here's J.J. Paterka. Flicks the puck into the zone. Paterka loops around. Will try and play that one up top. Draisaitl to center. Seider Down low to Szymanski. Szymanski will play it back over for Tim Stützle. Up top, Seider to Stützle. Stützle waits. Tries coming into the zone, kind of fumbles that puck a little bit. Germany keeps it in the zone. Fed back up to Seider. Seider down low to Draisaitl. Draisaitl. Now we'll cycle it here below the circles. Draisaitl gets it back now, trying to look to center. Down low, Peterka. Peterka to Draisaitl. Germany just moving the puck around, getting it cycled, already halfway through. Draisaitl fires it on, and that one goes wide. Got to take advantage of those open spaces you have. Here's Stützle. Comes in, pass in front. Jack to Draisaitl. He scores! Leon Draisaitl on the power play. And Germany converts first. It's 1-0. And that comes after France was actually not really playing that bad through the initial couple of minutes, but they take a penalty. They let Germany's top line of essentially just all NHLers set up. And the Szymanski connection to Leon Draisaitl converts through. And the Germans have the 1-0 lead here early in this first period of the Olympic qualifying games. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Not expecting a huge turnout for this one. Again, this is more or less a game between two nations that aren't known for their hockey. But I appreciate everybody for tuning into my commentary here tonight. Assist on that goal are Szymanski and Stützle. And Leon Draisaitl, less than 4 minutes in, gets the game going here. And a shot from the right side from Germany's McKellis is saved by Grubauer there in front. And again, Leon Draisaitl, guy you really got to watch out for there for sure. Very dangerous, especially on that power play. Can really score from any angle. Has that shot, especially on a 1T that is very, very lethal. That is his 12th goal on a commentary stream. His 33rd point. Stützle also gets on the board there as well. That is his 10th point in commentary streams. Battling for it now down low in the corner. Germany trying to get it free. McKellis trying to play that one away then. Down low here in the corner. Stolen back by France. They will try and convert it to center. It's Dubé who will feed it ahead then. Trying to pick that one up at the line. And backhanded that one out of play was Germany defenseman Parker Tuomi. Apologies if I butcher some of these names. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong in the chat down below. That's no problem. Not a master at this. I've been pretty obvious about that. Not great with names, especially. I like to think I'm okay when it comes to calling games, but when it comes to names, I'm not the guy for that. Face-off won by France. They come down low, shoot it on Grubauer. Puck goes wide. Now down low, clearing that one around behind the net and all the way back to center. France will regroup here now on their own end. Down low as Chakasivo feeds it back to center. Puck is tipped down low that into the Germany zone. Grubauer out of his net to play that puck. Will end up throwing it out of play on that sequence. So there goes that. Little under 5 minutes gone here in this opening period. Got my drink. It's like a mix of green and pink at the top. I think it's like a dragon fruit, a passion fruit. I just picked up this last night. Gonna try all the different flavors. So we're trying this one. That's why my tongue probably looks a little bit weird. Germany now brings it back into the France zone. Draisaitl turns over the puck. France will break it out now through center. Into the zone, 2-on-2. And not a lot of room there for France to really convert. Germany gets back fast. Banked off the boards, then back to center. Trying to flip that one ahead then was the likes of Dylan Fabre. Stolen back by Germany down low in the France zone. Here taking this one now below the goal line, trying to regroup as Frederick Tiffels. Stolen back by France. They will attempt to move it to center. Now Alex Texier, Montreal Canadian, will carry that puck. Feeds it down low now, and France will regroup. French are running with 8 defensemen here today. Germany are running with 7. Puck is cleared all the way back down low, then into the Germany end. Off the boards below the goal line, back to Stützle. Stützle now up to Szymanski. Germany tried to break that one out. They couldn't get it all the way there. Now they'll come back and regroup in their own end. Stützle. Back over then down low for Toby Reeder. Back to Stützle, who will bank that one down low into the zone. Stützle to Szymanski. Turnover then. Now France will break it through center. Chipped down low then into the Germany end. Regrouping with that puck off the boards, attempting to clear the center. Szymanski battling for it then. Pierre-Edouard Bellemare will steal that puck. Now below the goal line, fed back up top. Pass to center, can't get the shot on. And Bellemare just forced out the center by Germany. Surprised they're not playing this game in the 3M arena. And they're playing the other game in the 3M. Because, again, the other game is Italy. You would think Italy would get the hosting arena by default. Not that there's anything wrong with the second arena, but it's pretty clear the second arena is a lot smaller than what this one is. But up to our first commercial break here in Italy, and it is a 1-0 lead for Germany here to start off this morning contest here in the States. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Again, as I said earlier, I'm not expecting a huge crowd today, which is not a big deal, although this is a game that, well, it is a qualifier. It's between two teams that aren't necessarily known for their hockey, and we did not commentate either of these teams in the Olympic qualifier or in the Olympic preliminary games. But I appreciate all of you guys tuning into my commentary of this game. It is appreciated. If you enjoy the commentary, subscribe down below if you're new. Also like the stream as well. It'd be greatly appreciated. We'll be live for 3 other commentaries today. Czechia, Denmark, as well as Sweden and Latvia. We will not be live for the quarterfinals tomorrow. We will be live for the women's gold games on Thursday, and then the semifinal bronze and gold medal games for the men's later on this week. Taking a highlight here at Tim Stützle. 5 points in 3 games played in this tournament through his 4th one here so far. Stützle currently slides into the top 10 there with 5 points through the entire tournament. Has played overall a very well-played match. 4 goals, 1 assist. And that's a guy who has played at the international stage before in the World Junior Championships and made a name for himself there for sure. Draft pick for the Ottawa Senators. Battling forward here down low now in the Germany zone. Trying to play that one around then. Behind the net was the likes of Leon Goenk. Flicked all the way back into the France zone. Regrouping now down low behind the French net was Hugo Gallet. Stolen back by Germany. Pass down low then, and the Germans cannot convert. Up top now, Cahoon will dump that one down low into the corner. France will attempt to play that puck away. Whistle is blown here for the net coming off its hinges. Not sure how that happened, but we will stop play. Oh, it was a French collision. That's why. Okay, makes sense. Couldn't really tell. The net only came off by a little bit, but a French collision in front of the France net. Little over 7 minutes gone here in this first period. Team Germany's top line of NHL players will try and talk about a plan here. Face-off will already fail the plan. As France wins the draw, they will attempt to clear to center. Draisaitl then down low for Trifles. Taking that one now below the goal line. Tiffles battling for it down low. Taken back up top then by Reichel. Seider then back to Draisaitl. Draisaitl kind of fumbles that puck a little bit. They collide with Seider. France takes advantage. Here they come the other way. One-on-one into the zone. And they cannot convert as a good defensive move there by Fabio Wagner. Denies France from getting anything going. Now here's Reichel down the right side. Lucas Reichel behind the net feeds a pass in front. Draisaitl can't get the shot on. France will steal it back. Pass all the way through then for Bellemare. Bellemare off the boards, tried dropping it over then, and stolen back by Reichel once again. Reichel will come back to center. He'll regroup, gives it up then for Peterka and changes. Only a handful of shots here so far through this opening period. It is a 1-0 lead for Germany. Leon Draisaitl on the power play from Szymanski and Stützle. Here comes France now, moving it through the zone with speed. Trying to bring that one in down low. Right side then up top for Jordan Perret. Shot on, saved by Grubauer. Rebound is chipped down low to the corner. Cleared back up top. France will fire that one on to Grubauer. He will make the save. And we get a stoppage of play here for a brief moment. Again, you look at these two teams, both in very competitive divisions. Germany playing with the United States, and then Denmark and Latvia. Germany only had one win in the preliminary games, and that was somehow still more than France. France took on Czechia, Switzerland, and Canada. Obviously, they lost all 3 of those games. Looking to possibly win where it matters here tonight. And I would say it's a better matchup than the other teams they were facing off against. Maybe not Switzerland, you could argue, but here comes Germany now through center. Will clear that one down low into the French end. Junka now down low in the corner. Stolen back and cleared back up to the point. Shot on. Gone off the helmet of Junka. Cleared all the way back to center. Now regrouping here now in his own end is Gawonk. Will play that one ahead then into the France zone. Stolen back by the French. Here they come the way with speed. Into the zone then. Down low is Fabra, who will dump that one behind the net. Battling for it down low then. Below the goal line is Boudon. Can't keep it in. 2-on-1 for Germany. Here they come the other way into the zone. Shoots it. And that one goes wide off of a good chance there for the likes of Dominic Cahoon. Played back up top. France keeps it in. Shot on is blocked and cleared all the way back to center. Gallet now will regroup. Cross-ice pass off the boards then. Back into the zone. Boudon. Interfering with him there. Trying to get him off the puck is Nico Sturm, Stanley Cup champion with the Florida Panthers. Texier. Cross-ice pass. Shot. Saved by Grubauer. Down low now. Germany takes it back. They will clear it all the way out to center. Racing for that one with speed then is Alexander Eel. Can't get to it in time. Douay will dump that one then down low into the Germany zone. Trying to play that one then in the corner. Cleared back around behind the net. Thrown all the way back to center. France will get that puck back here and now regroup in their own end. Here they come on a break the other way. Belmar fires it on. Goes wide of Grubauer. Now banked off the boards to center. France doing a good job at keeping pressure. Again, a lot of the plays they had throughout the prelims were more or less just kind of, trying to get their chances off the rush, and that's why they only scored 10 goals here, or 2 goals here in this tournament so far. Down low now, Tiffels will fire it on. He scores! Gets it through the top shoulder of Junka, and it is 2-0 Germany here halfway through the opening period. What a shot by Frederick Tiffels on that top line. And it is 2-0 Germany. 2 goals on 5 shots for the Germans. Assist on that goal is going to be nobody, unassisted, off of a turnover from France. And a top corner shot for Frederick Tiffels makes it a 2-0 lead for Germany here in the opening period. A power play goal and an even strength goal here halfway through this first period. And although France has been not playing horrible, they've converted on some chances, just can't get that puck past Grubauer. Germany has the early lead. Down low now here in the France zone, battling forward is Szymanski. Down low in the corner then with France defenseman Thomas Theory. Down low now, Gallet will clear that one all the way back into the Germany zone. Germans are there down low to clear back to center. Big hit at center ice on Szymanski. Now France will flick that one all the way back into the Germany zone. That'll be an icing against France yet again. Face-off coming up here now in the France zone. You look at player who scored that goal, German forward Frederick Tiffels. Tiffels has played in the Dell Hockey League for the last 7 years. Has won 3 straight Dell championships. Face-off won by Germany. Cleared around now behind the net. Josh Szymanski below the goal line. Banked off the boards, then down low. Stutzla up top. Drops it back then. Here's Kahuna's shot. That one goes wide. Now Sider backhands it around behind the net. Szymanski trying to play that puck down low. Battling for it then with Goulet. Goulet will try and clear it to center. Now Boudon behind his own net will flick that one ahead then back into the German zone. Tiffels was a 6th-round draft pick by the Pittsburgh Penguins in 2015. Did spend a year with the Wheeling Nailers / Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins. He would end up going over to the Dell League after that, and that's where he's been ever since. Played 3 years at Western Michigan University. There's a guy who tried to make it to the NHL, but just could not get there. But I would still say the Olympics are a pretty darn good accomplishment. Puck cleared all the way back to center. Germany now regrouping in their own end. It's Cahoon back down low then. Trying to handle that one through center is Wisman. Shoots it in on Junka. He'll make the save. Now down low below the goal line. France will clear to center. Off the bench, Reichel back to Mueller. Back to Reichel. Reichel will flick that one off the boards. France will clear to center. Mullen then back on the right side and backhanded down low. Intercepted by France. Here they come through center. Belmar cleared off the boards. Intercepted then by Draisaitl. He'll flick at the center. Now trying to get to that one is Tiffels. Here below the goal line. Back to Draisaitl. Draisaitl now down low. Pass to center. And they could not convert. Down low now. Draisaitl intercepts a turnover puck. Shot in front. Saved by Junka. He will cover that one up before things get fatal there for France once again. Here at Santa Julia Arena in the men's ice hockey qualification rounds, 2-0 in favor of the Germans. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. If you are new to the channel, subscribe down below if you're new. I would greatly appreciate it. We are trying to get to 4,600 subscribers. We're about 75 away. And I really appreciate it. We were a little ways away prior to the Olympics beginning, and now we're starting to really pick up some steam and get to that point. So thank you all so much for your continued support. It's greatly appreciated. Interesting component here about tonight's game is that you have two brothers here playing with each other here for this German team. You start off with Moritz Müller, who is 39 years old from Frankfurt, has spent the last nearly 20 years of his Dell Hockey League career with one team in the Cologne Sharks. Doesn't score a lot of points, but you look at the numbers here, like it's pretty plain as day. He's played for the Cologne Sharks from 2003, 2004 up until present date. And then you look at the other brother in Jonas Müller. As I pull up his name here, from Berlin, has been with the Berlin Polar Bears, has won 4 championships with that team there in the Dell as well, both of them being defensemen. Face off here now in the France zone. It's Draisaitl taking the draw. Won by France. Trying to clear that one down low. Goulet will play back to his defenseman partner. Off the boards now, it's Trail battling forward in the corner with Sider, who's trying to play that one down low. Poke checked away to center. Backhanded around now behind the net. Goulet will bank that one off the boards. Down low here now, Draisaitl. Below the goal line. Takes it around then behind the net. Will flick that one all the way back to Wagner on the right side. Now battling forward is Dalry on the right side. Draisaitl down low. Pass in front. Peterka can't convert. Draisaitl gets it back. Leon Draisaitl battling forward now. Cross ice pass to Seider. Seider down low to Tiffels. Back up top, Seider. Delayed penalty here for France once again. Draisaitl, cross ice pass. Tutzlow looks over, and Reichel can't convert. France will touch. And we are going to get another Germany power play here in this opening period. This time it's going to be Dalry who will head to the box. And it is a holding penalty there on Douay. And France power play coming up. Again, thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. Like the stream down below. It helps out with the engagement, brings more people into the commentary, so be sure to like the stream down below. Face-off here now in the German zone. It's Draisaitl versus Belmar. Face-off won by Germany. Up top, Seider. Seider back to Stutzla. Stutzla back up to the point. Seider now down low to Peterka. Peterka, right side to Draisaitl. Draisaitl on the goal line. Stutzla pass over. Saved by Junka. And the puck goes up and out of play. That puck may have even hit the post. Stutzla already 4 goals here in these Winter Olympic Games. Let me remind you, the winner of this game will take on Slovakia in the quarterfinals. Slovakia, the winners of Group B. That should be a fun game, no matter who plays them. Face-off won by France. They will clear that one all the way back down low, then into the Germany zone. Leaving that one back down low is Grubauer. Seider. Back over then for Stutzla. Stutzla here through center. Peterka will bank that one off the boards all the way back down low into the French end. Cleared back up top, Peterka. Peterka down low to Draisaitl. Draisaitl, cross ice to Stutzla. Can't get the pass on his stick. Now below the goal line, Stutzla takes it back. Draisaitl. Right side. Holds it. Stutzla below the goal line. Feeds it up top to Seider. Pass does not go the way he intended it to, and it'll slide back into the Germany zone. Halfway through the German power play. 2-0 lead here for Germany. 4:20 left to go in the first of 3 here on the YouTube channel. Here's Stutzla through center. Moves in. Shoots it on the crease. And cleared by France. He nearly beat Junka, but I think Junka got a leg on that one and denied it from coming across the goal line. But a huge chance there for the Germans on the power play. Reichel. Back over then to Sturm. Fed back up top. Right side, Dominic Cahoon will regroup with that puck as the second unit gets their first opportunity. Intercepted by France at the line. Shorthanded, racing for that puck the other way then is the likes of Fabre. Will clear that one down low. Can't get a shot on. Plays it back to his defenseman partners here at center. Banked off the boards and cleared all the way back down low into the German end. Now regrouping with that puck down low is Wisman. German power play will come to an end. Good kill there by the French. Didn't really allow a lot of opportunities. Shot on Junka, and he will make the save. And there's the 10th shot of the game for Germany. So time winding down here in this first period. It is a 2-0 lead for Germany. Goals from Leon Draisaitl and Frederick Tiffels makes it 2-0 here in the first game of the Olympic qualifiers. Thank you all for tuning in. We will be live for 2 other commentaries here today. We have Czechia versus Denmark. That stream will start at 10:30 Eastern Time. Followed up swiftly by Sweden and Latvia here in the Olympic qualifying games. We will not be live tomorrow. Then we are commentating our first ever women's games here on the YouTube channel. It'll be Switzerland versus Sweden for the bronze medal. And then United States versus Canada for the gold medal. That should be very fun to see for sure. Take a drink here really quick. Oh, my stomach. So Draisaitl and Tifels makes it a 2-0 lead for Germany. Shots are 10-4 in favor of the Germans. See all the French and German fans here in the crowd. Face off in the French zone, won by France. Here they break it out now through center. Clear down low into the German end. Mueller gets hit off that puck. Down low, Belmar trying to play it around then down low. Back over then for Knobel, who will try and clear to center. France keeps it in. They fumble that puck. Germany will attempt to clear. It's kept in then down low. Belmar. Right side then. Below the goal line, pass to center. And there's too many Germans in front. 2-on-2 now the other way. Shot on Junka. And he makes the save on a good chance there from Tuomi. Again, as I said, apologies if I'm mispronouncing some of the names. I'm not that great at some of these names. I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm doing the best I can. So if I'm pronouncing it wrong, let me know in the comments and tell me the correct way too. Usually I like to think I'm okay with it, but sometimes in these tournaments when I see new guys that I'm not used to, it does take me a little bit to adjust. Here's Peterka through his legs, pass back to Draisaitl now below the goal line. Leon Draisaitl will move it back up top. Sider down low then off the boards to Stutzla. In the corner, France attempts the clear pass in front. Stutzla fires it, and that one goes wide of Junka. Now Draisaitl up top then. Shot at the point, denied there by Junka yet again. 2 minutes left to go in this opening period. Stutzla keeps the pressure on for the Germans. Tim Stutzla now will look for options. Pass down low. Peterka. Peterka to Stutzla. Stutzla down low. Cleared to center. Peterka comes in all alone. Backhand. He scores! Left all alone there in front, J.J. Peterka. And this game is starting to get away from France here. It is 3-0 Germany. And that is not a great play from France. Essentially leaving Peterka wide open there at center. Just came in, Deeks forehand, backhand. Even when he looked like he kind of skated too far away, still got that backhand on Junka, and it is a 3-0 lead for Germany here in period number 1. Tim Stutzla with a multi-point game, 2 assists now here in this one. Got the primary assist on that Peterka goal. France now off the boards will try and clear it down low at Sturm. Back in the corner here now as the Germans will play it back down low. Trying to get that one away then. Stolen back down low by Fisterland. Back off the boards, down low into the corner. So, again, the Germans just doing a really good job at hemming France in their own zone. I thought the French were doing well, and then Germany scored that first goal, and it's ever since then, it's just kind of felt like it's been all over. Whistle blown to the line of the Germany zone for an offsides as we approach the last minute of play here in the first period. Where are my sticky notes? Here they are. Again, thank you all so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. If you are new to the channel, subscribe down below if you're new. Also, like the commentary as well. It helps out with the engagement, brings more people into the stream. Face-off won by the Germans. They'll backhand it down low then into the French zone. Taking it around then behind their own net, trying to move that one through center as the likes of Gubi comes in, fires it on Grubauer. That one goes wide. Now down low in the corner. Last minute of play here in the opening period. Belmar stolen back then by France. Backhanding that one all the way back down low is Tuomi. Back now in the corner. French will regroup. Holding it down low in his own zone is Avito. Off the boards then for Gubi, who will dump that one into the German zone. Sider trying to dump that one around then. Right side for Reichel. Battling for that puck. French will try and keep it in the zone. They'll end up clearing it out themselves. Just not being able to get pucks where they need to be and fumbling a lot of passes. Puck slides in on Grubauer. He'll make the save. 5 seconds left to go. It's cleared down low into the France end, and that will do it for the opening period here in Milan between France and Germany. As 3 goals there. J.J. Peterka, Leon Draisaitl, and Frederick Tiffels give Germany a 3-0 lead here through 20 minutes of play in the Winter Olympic playoff qualifiers. That being said, folks, it is intermission time. Go get a snack, go get a drink, do what you got to do, and we will be back for the second period momentarily. No problem, Bond. Thank you. Well played period. Germany was 120% the better team there in that first period. They did a great job at getting to all the areas they needed to get to. And yeah, it's pretty clear who's going to win this game if there already wasn't a general consensus already on who was going to. But overall, still like the way that the Germans have looked. France, again, like, you see this a lot with teams who are just, like, really underskilled, struggling to get the pucks when you need to. Even, like, some of the passing chances they had, they weren't able to convert on them. It was a little bit frustrating, but that's what happens when you are, when you're a team who lacks that NHL-level talent against NHLers. It's a sad reality, but it is the truth. Leon Draisaitl, 12th goal in a Watch with Nordic live commentary stream. Have to get ready for a meeting. No problem, Bond. Thank you for tuning into the stream. I'll see you later, bro. Just going to update the Watch with Nordic all-time stat sheet here. Again, this is the first time we are commentating Team Germany and France ever in a Watch with Nordic live commentary stream. So that's another fun fact there for you guys. Tim Stutzla, 2 points there in that second period. Another multi-point game for him. We'll be back for NHL commentaries here a week from Wednesday, so a week from tomorrow. Sabres, Devils, followed by Ducks, Oilers will be what we are doing on the channel. Looking forward to it. Hope you guys are as well. Switzerland against Italy up 2-0 in the first period at Rowe Arena. So it looks like things are kind of looking like we expected. France and Italy will likely be knocked out. And it'll be a Germany-Slovakia versus Switzerland-Finland quarterfinal. And again, we will not be live for any of the quarterfinal games, sadly. I can't do it with school. I can't skip school that many times in a week. I'm not going to school on Friday to stream the semifinals. I asked my family, they're like, all right, it's fine. Because of my birthday was yesterday. So I said, my birthday present, I want to stream the semis. And they said, okay. So after the quarterfinals are done, we will be live for every single Olympic commentary from then on out. here on the channel, and that includes the women's. Sucks I wasn't able to do more of the women's. It just wasn't in the cards for me to do. All right, and then JJ Peterka. There you go. Three, 2, 5. Germany. There you go. All right, we are all up to date, I believe. Yep. All right, so now we wait for the start of the second period here. Shots in that period, 13-4 in favor of the Germans. Yep, Switzerland up 2-0 against Italy. It's looking like everything is coming out to be what we expected. Not surprised that much by the results we've had so far. We will see how Czechia, Denmark, and Sweden, Latvia shape themselves up to be. I think the best game out of all that's going to be Sweden, Latvia. Just because of how close it's going to be. Yes, those two teams should take it. It's going to be Germany, Slovakia, followed by Switzerland, Finland. All of those games on tomorrow, by the way. So stay tuned for that. Thank you all for tuning in. Subscribe down below if you're new. Oh, burping. So the only day where we will not have commentaries is tomorrow. Czechia and Denmark could go either way. I think Czechia should take it, but with the way Czechia has played this tournament, you never know. It might not be that close as you think it will be. We will see. Yes, that will be who plays Slovakia. So whoever wins this game will take on Slovakia. As we await for the arena to get all fixed up and ready to go for period number 2. Here in Milan. Nice little early game here for those who are on the East Coast. 6:53 a.m. Eastern Time. In Milan, I believe it's like noon. No, it's like 3 o'clock, I'm pretty sure. Wait, no, it's like noon. It's noon. Slovakia has an easy path if France wins. No, that's not happening. Even if Germany wins, I think Slovakia is still a better team. But Germany just has that really good line of NHL players that can run you. So it goes both ways. I don't know. We'll find out. We will find out. Crossed over the 1,000 view mark on this commentary stream. Thank you all so much for that. Feels like every single commentary we're doing, we're getting over 1,000 views. The last time we did not do that was nearly 3 weeks ago. So thank you all for tuning into all the commentaries. Well, all they gotta do is get to the semis. If you get to the semis, then you're guaranteed to compete for a medal. And I think Slovakia will beat Germany. It'll take a lot for Germany to lose or Germany to win. I just think Slovakia, even though maybe they don't have the NHL level of talent, they're a better team still. Cannot believe you're up this early doing the games. You're definitely the man. How could you not believe that I wouldn't know? I was up at 6 a.m. Saturday morning. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, if you love something as much as you love it, you'll do anything for it. And, coming on here, we had the phenomenal commentaries on Saturday. We accumulated nearly 40,000 views in just that one day. And what's crazy is that in the entire regular season last year, we had about 50,000 views in commentary streams. And in that one day alone, we had nearly 40,000. So I want to get back to that, keep that consistent rate, and keep on doing commentaries, keep practicing what I love. But I couldn't do it without you guys. I wouldn't be up this early without you guys. I appreciate all your support. Still fixing up all the netting and stuff here and making sure the ice is 100%. I commend the people who built the arena. I had my doubts initially, but that's why I didn't really talk about it that much, because in my eyes, I was like, they're going to get this done. Anybody who's worried about the NHL not going to the Olympics was crazy. They were going to get this done. I was confident in that, and that's been the way it went. What I'm wondering is, I'm already thinking to next year. Will next year be an All-Star game? Will next year be another like Four Nations-esque tournament? It's probably another All-Star game next year. I think they want to do another one of those again. We'll see. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. If you are new to the channel and you like what you see, we do these live commentary streams every single week. Subscribe down below if you're new. It would mean a lot to me as we are grinding here on this channel.
remission at 12 weeks, 1 year, and even 2 years.
Some have visible healing of their intestinal lining.
Let's take a look at Switzerland and Italy. That is the other game here in the qualifiers that is correlating with this one. The other two games will be on their own time. As I try and load that up here really quick, show you guys the score. After 20 minutes of play from Row Arena there, it is a 2-0 lead for Switzerland. I'll tell you guys the scores here in a second once my stats load. Shots are 18-2 in favor of Switzerland. Roman Yossi and Philip Kurashev make it a 2-0 lead there for the Swiss. And I believe Switzerland will be the only team we haven't commentated. And sadly, unless if they make the semifinals, it looks like we will not commentate them. Every other team, though, we have. That's 11 out of 12. I'll take it. Even if we didn't get that last team there in Switzerland, I'm still satisfied with that. Playing Wonderwall at Santa Giulia Arena. 'Cause maybe gonna be the one that saves me. I'll stop. I like Oasis. They make good songs. Couple good songs. They're all from that album, though. I've never really liked any of their songs from the, what's the album called? I gotta look it up now. Never really watched any of their songs besides from the, What's the Story, Morning Glory. All right, second period on the way here from Santa Giulia Arena. First period recap, 3 goals in that opening frame. They came from Leon Draisaitl, Frederick Tiffels, and J.J. Peterka as Germany is a 3-0 lead here in the Milano Cortina Olympics. With a win here, they will move on to play Slovakia. Again, the keys to the second period, just keep playing the same way you were playing for the Germans. For France, got to find a way to switch momentum. You got to be better at handling pucks. You got to be better at capitalizing on your chances. And also capitalize on Germany's mistakes. They haven't made a ton of them here in this opening period. And we got a goaltender change here in Milan. Out is Julian Junka. In is Antoine Keller, who has played 2 games in this tournament. .857 save percentage. I guess they did not like the way that Jerko played in that opening frame. 3 goals on 13 shots. Grubauer still in net. Stopped all 4 that came his way earlier in the game. And France trying to switch momentum, I guess you could say, here and hopefully get the win. It's going to take a lot, though. Antoine Keller becomes the 91st goaltender in Watch with Nordic history to play on a commentary stream. So a fun fact there. And here we go. Second period between France and Germany here in the playoff qualifiers in Milan. Cortina is underway. Face-off is won by Germany. They will dump that one down low into the France zone. Out of his own net to play that puck is Keller. Right side now, Germany takes it back. Cleared around then behind the net, back up top. Down low now. On the right side, flicked all the way back into the Germany zone for an icing against France. And again, Yurko done for the day. Not a great period there from him. Again, allowing 3 goals on 13 shots. Not really his fault. The one was a backdoor pass. The other was a top corner shot. It was very, very nice. Maybe he could have had that one. And then the third one was just a a poor defensive break. I mean, what do you want him to do when it's a 1-on-0? How do you even allow that when you're all in the offensive zone? Face off in the France zone, won by the French. Down low now, trying to play that puck on the right side is Gubi. Will flick that one all the way back into the German zone. Another icing against the French. Again, you look at this French team, not a ton of experience overall. The only two is Alex Texier and Pierre-Edouard Bellemare as those real veteran guys. I don't believe there's any other players who have played in the NHL. Pass in front, and a big chance there for Reichel. And Reichel cannot convert in front on Keller. Now down low in the corner, Reichel trying to play that puck, hit off the boards then. And the French will attempt to clear to center. They will get it out. Down low now below the goal line. Stick handling with that puck is Wagner. Down low then for Seider as Germany trying to clear that one away. Now Tim Stützle breaks it through center. Back over then to Peterka. Peterka pass in front. And Stützle cannot convert. France will take it back down low here. They will move it through the neutral zone. 3-on-3. Dumped in down low then now. Mueller racing for that puck. Behind the net then, Texier will feed it back up top. Shot on. Goes wide of Grubauer. In the corner, Stützle battling for it then on the right side with French defenseman Chakashvili. Stolen back by Peterka. 3-on-2 for Germany. Peterka now into the zone with Szymanski and Stützle. Now Stützle behind the net as France will intercept the puck. Stützle's tripped. There will be no call on that play. Now Boudon trying to clear that one away. Battling for it down low again is Szymanski with Chakashvili. Peterka trying to come in there and play that puck away. It's still a scramble for it here on the right side. Peterka gets it back. Stolen back by the French. They will backhand it out to center. And Germany will be forced to regroup. Cleared off the boards then down low. A shot on. Goes wide of Keller. Stützle cleared back to center. Wisman back over then for Seider, who will dump that one into the zone. Keller can't get to that puck. McKellis will feed it around to the right side. Cahoon up top. Mueller cross ice to Seider. Yet again back up top to Seider as Germany can't hold that puck in the French end. Cleared back down low. Shot on. Goes off the side of the net. Now kept in by Germany. Shot goes wide once again. 3 minutes gone here in this second period. Kind of back and forth. And we get a whistle blown here for a hand pass. Face-off will come outside of the France end. And France being a little bit more aggressive on those pucks. Again, you've noticed it here. When you saw that first period, you could see that Germany was getting a lot of loose chances, getting to those pucks easier, winning all those puck battles. And I'm sure the France coach told his players that they need to be more aggressive and also keep the front of the net clean. They were allowing Germany to just come right in there and take 1-on-0 chances. Here's a chance now. Shot on. Saved by Grubauer. Nice chance there for Bozon for France. And Grubauer with a big save. Down low now. Below the goal line is Gillette. Fed back to center. Ritz will try and play that one ahead then. Flicked off the boards by Bozon. Down low into the zone. Taken back then by Germany here in their own end. They will break it out now through center. Cross-ice pass intercepted. Now Mueller back to Wisman. Wisman will backhand it to center. France steals it back. Here they come the other way. It's Avito to center. Save by Grubauer. Backdoor pass and Grubauer keeps it out. Pierre-Edouard Bellemare with a massive chance. And he is denied. Great backdoor play there. And again, France only with 4 shots in that second period. Again, they were told to be more aggressive, and that's what we've seen here so far. Face-off won by the Germans. Down low now, Belmar on the right side. We'll clear it down low into the corner. Pass to center. It goes in! Off a skate in front. And the French have struck. I'm not 100% sure who will get credit with this goal. It looks like it'll be Pierre-Edouard Belmar from Jordan Perret. And it is a 3-1 hockey game. France has broken the shutout. And again, the French getting some pressure there in the German zone. That's probably the most amount of pressure I've seen them get. And they get a lucky bounce off of a German skate. Bounced off of Moritz Mueller's skate there. And that's a huge opportunity for France. They are on the board. We will see if they can capitalize on that opportunity and possibly stage a comeback here. They've gotten some shots recently. They made this game look a lot closer than what it previously was. And now they are within 2. Backhanded down low then by Stutzla. France will play it down low in the zone. Shakashvili then banks it off the boards to center. Here's another break now for the French. Into the zone, a backhand on Grubauer. Save there. And he covers up that rebound that time. And he is not being fooled. So a great opportunity there for Pierre-Edouard Belmar, who just threw that puck on net. Bounced off the skate of a German skater in front. And into the back of the net. And that is how things can start for some teams. Face-off here now down low in the German zone. Baturka will clear that puck all the way back into the France zone for an icing against Germany. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new, please. I would greatly appreciate it. We have now crossed over the 2,000 view mark for this commentary stream. Thank you all very much for that. It's greatly appreciated. 2,000 was like unheard of at the beginning of the season. Texier, a shot denied there by Grubauer. Another shot on goes yet again into the glove for Philipp Grubauer to make the save. And again, France getting more and more opportunities. Wow. I did not expect this little splurge of shots here by the French. And a nice little tip there in front. And Grubauer catches that glove in front of the German net. Good shot up top from Bosqua. Face-off won by Germany. They will clear it all the way out to center. France with 6 shots in this second period, and Germany with only 1 here about 5 minutes in. Icing against the Germans here yet again. They can't get that new line out there. I mean, again, for France, just keep on the pressure. Honestly, keep getting shots on Grubauer. Keep forcing Germany to ice the puck, and things can keep going your way. Face-off won here then again by the French. Down low now in the corner. Belmar trying to play it down low into the corner. Taking it around then behind the net, trying to handle that puck. Cleared back up top. Shot on is blocked in front. Puck was there in the crease. As De Costa with a big chance there. Now stolen back by the Germans. They will get new fresh legs out there on the ice. Draisaitl comes in, shoots it. Saved by Keller. Dumped down low then into the German zone. That's the first shot that the Germans have had here in a hot minute. If Latvia wants to win the gold, they would have to lose to Sweden, USA, probably Canada, and Finland. Well, they would not play one of those 3 teams, or at least half of those teams. They would only play 3 of those teams. Latvia probably not going to win, I'm going to be honest. Up top now, Germany trying to play it down low. It's Mueller. Back up top, shot is blocked in front. I don't think that got on Keller. Now the French will break it out through center, 3-on-3. Backhanded down low. Yeah, they would only play 3 of those 4, even if that. there is a chance there's an upset and they could get lucky and end up playing like a Germany or something like that. Here comes France now regrouping in their own zone. The likes of Chakashvili stolen back then by Michaels. Thrown back to center. Pass over. Blocked in front as Peterka was denied his second of the game. J.J. Peterka. Down low now, back up to Stützle. Stützle to Peterka. Peterka up top. Shot. Saved by Keller. Rebound slips wide. Stützle back to Peterka. Peterka up top. Cleared down low below the goal line now. Germany back up to the point. Shot on. Denied by Keller. He will come out of his net to play with a stick. And France will clear. Not enough for an icing. Shot 17-10 now in favor of the Germans. They're starting to wake up here a little bit. Here Stützle into the zone. Loses the puck. Trying to move it to center. Broken up then. Taking back shot. Goes wide of Keller yet again. Down low now. Peterka battling forward on the right side with Ritz. Stolen back then by Szymanski. Szymanski to Stützle. Stützle's tripped down low in the corner. Now Bosk will clear it out to center. And the Germans will once again get some time to regroup. Into the zone then is Tiffels. Back down low to Reichel. Reichel up top. Clear down low into the corner. Tiffels takes it back. Draisaitl looks. Pass in front. And Reichel can't tuck that puck. Draisaitl to center. Stolen back then by the French. Bosk will dump that one down low into the German end. Here nearly halfway through the second period and halfway through the game. Germany with a 3-1 lead into the zone now. Tiffels back to Draisaitl. A backhand there goes wide. Reichel then down low. And stolen back by France. Gubi now will clear that one, or at least try to. Germany takes it back. Draisaitl in here all alone. Waits for reinforcements. Packs back to Reichel. Reichel down low. Tiffels fires it. Saved by Keller. Rebound there for Seider. Can't get the shot on. He'll throw that one behind the net all the way back into the Germany zone. Picking it back up then. And breaking it through center is Wagner. Off the boards then for Cahoon. Cahoon will flick that one down low into the France end. Dominic Cahoon hit off the puck then. Cleared to the right side. Try to clear that one up top to the point. He'll get it there. Wagner to Seider. Down low then. France takes it back. They will clear to center. Okay. Puck will slide it on Keller. He will make the save. And France, who got the opening goal here in this second period. Since then, it's been essentially all Germany. 3-1 here in Milan. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. Ugh.
We're here for doctors. Prepare to get up extra early for a workout. Plan the best play date.
2-goal lead here for Germany in the second period.
Develop recipes burst with the nutrition dogs need and the tastes and textures.
A goal by Pierre-Edouard Bellemare gets the French on the board. And they have the 2-goal deficit to still climb from. It's unlikely in my eyes they will reach it, but still plenty of time. You never know. Face-off will come here in the France end. Got the top line of NHLers out there on the ice. Face-off won by Draisaitl. Up top. Clear down low then behind the net to Stützle. Tim Stützle, right side, will drop it back for Draisaitl. Draisaitl comes down below the goal line. Leon Draisaitl. Pass up top then to Wisman. Wisman comes in. Looks for options. Back up top to Draisaitl. Cleared in down low then for Stützle. Stützle below the goal line. Pass to center. And France intercepts that puck before things get fatal. Banked off the boards. Back down low then into the France end. Stützle then battling for it. Stolen back to by the French. Shot down low. Goes into the corner. Now France gets it back. Trying to deke that one into the slot. Stolen back then by Germany. Mueller off the boards for Wisman. Wisman back over then for Draisaitl. Cleared all the way then to center. Stützle down low. Peterka comes in. Glove by Keller. What a save by Antoine Keller as he robs Peterka. Huge save there for the France backup. Wow, what a stop. And that comes off of the Stützle pass. So just a little backhand in front. In all alone yet again. Again, another France allow 1-on-0 rush. And that was just a nice feed by Stützle. Wow. Shot from the blue line also saved by Keller, who has had to make nearly 10 saves here in this second period already. And still a 3-1 lead here for Germany over the French. Probably going to be a video today. It'll be a state of the Metropolitan Division. I meant to upload it this weekend, but I had errors with my camera. I lost all the footage on my computer, but I still have it on my hard drive. So that's what I'm doing here after this stream is done. Probably going to take a shower too. We'll be live around 10:30 for Czechia and Denmark. So at about 3 hours from now, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. All right. Face-off coming here in the France zone. They're doing the wave here in Milan. Always interesting to see all the different fans. Face-off now won by the French. Down low now, both kept in by Germany. Cleared around then behind the France net. Halfway through the second period here. Still a 3-1 lead. Off the boards now, Nico Sturm. Played back behind the net then for Chikashvili, who will attempt to clear, kept in by the French. Germany pass in front, gloved by Keller. What a stop. And Antoine Keller, the backup here, denies Toby Reeder his first of the tournament. And Germany keeps the pressure going, and Keller says no. Keller coming in relief here in this second period for Jurko. Face-off coming up here again in the France end. Won by the Germans. Up top now, Seider. Seider fires it on. Tipped wide of Keller. Now down low in the corner. Cahoon battling for it on the right side. Clear ahead then for France, who will dump that one then into the German zone. Cleared off the boards. Back around then behind the net all the way into the France end. Yet again, that'll be another icing against the Germans. And the French, whoever since they got their 10th shot of the game, has not had any offensive zone time. It seems like Germany kind of woke up after that little splurge of French opportunities, and that's why you got to capitalize on those. I thought France did a good job at that. They just couldn't get any shots on. Puck is cleared all the way back to center. France will hold that puck off the boards and cleared back down low into the German end. 8.5 minutes to go here in period number 2. Sider then down low battling for it. Will try and bank that one off the boards. Puck comes to center. Stolen back by the Germans on the right side. Through center then, McKellis will bring it into the zone. Back over then for Cahoon. Cahoon shoots it on. Save. Rebounds there. On the line and kept out. Are you serious? I think it went off the post and was right there in the crease. But Keller keeps it out. And we'll see this replay here. Yeah. Wide open net for McKellis. A really good play by Avito with the stick. If he doesn't get there with that stick, I think that puck goes in. It also kind of fanned on it there for McKellis. A lot of factors played into that. The post helped out as well. And I thought that was an easy 4-1 game there. And that probably would have sealed this one off. Face off here in the French end. Won by the Germans up top. Mueller will dump that one down low. Back up top then to Wisman. Will clear that one around the French net. Stolen back then by the French. Kept in by the Germans as I say that. Now breaking it out to center. And dumping it down low into the German zone. In on Grubauer is Bertrand. Down low now, Draisaitl trying to clear. Battling for it down low as down goes a French player. He falls on the puck. Now Bertrand battling with Mueller. Ritz battling with Draisaitl. Puck is loose in the corner. Finally it breaks free. Down low now, it's Ritz trying to dump that one down low. Taken back then by Germany. Shots 23-11 in favor of Germany. And Antoine Keller with 10 saves since coming in relief for Jerko. Now Wisman will move it through center. He'll dump that one then into the France end. French will play that puck here now through center. 3-on-2. Dump down low then into the German zone yet again. Wisman off the boards for Texier. Back up top then. Cleared back down low for Texier. Looks for options. One of the few NHLers here on this roster. Now Chikashvili will battle for it in the corner with Stützle. Plays it ahead then and cleared back to center as France can't keep that one in. Cleared ahead then for Pierre-Edouard Bellemare, who battles for it then with Texier. Bellemare down low in the corner. Back up top. Into the zone then, trying to move that one around is Da Costa. Down low, moves to center. Backhand on is blocked. They keep it in. Another shot from up top. Goes back down low into the corner. Now 5 minutes to go here in the second period. Cleared back up top. Shot on blocked. Back up top, Avito. Back down low, will regroup. Pass ahead then, and into the zone now. Bellemare fires it wide of Grubauer. He had room. Gotta capitalize on that. Bellemare back up top. Avito shoots it on, blocked. In front there by Mueller. Taken back in front, Bellemare. Looks. French pressuring. Bellemare up top. Avito back to Bellemare. Bellemare, the captain of this French team, back to Avito, comes in. Pass down low into the corner. Da Costa can't keep it in time. Now Stützle steals it back. He will clear all the way back into the French end. Not enough for an icing. Avito off the boards then. Through center, Adamo will take that one in. Gets into the zone, fires it on. Saved by Grubauer. Puck's there in the crease. And Grubauer will keep that one out with some maybe not so friendly pushing and shoving there in front. Shots 23-13 in favor of the French, or in favor of Germany. But the French are getting some chances. It's 3-1. And again, guys, thank you all very much for tuning in. I appreciate it. Like the stream. Helps out with the engagement. Subscribe down below if you're new. I would greatly appreciate it. Ah. Hope you guys are having a great day so far, wherever you are. If your day's just starting, welcome. If your day is ending, hope it was a good one. Tuesday, getting closer to Friday. We'll get there, don't worry. Celebrated my 19th birthday yesterday. Feels a little weird because, you know, you get to that age. I'm 19 again, as I said. Like, you get to that age where it just doesn't feel the same. It's kind of what it felt like this year. Face-off coming up here now in the Germany zone. Sider, right side then, breaking this one through center. Cleared down low then into the French end. Goulet battling forward on the right side with Eel. He'll field that one up top. Sider looks, fires it on, blocked in front. Chances there. Puck slides down low in the corner. Now Bosk back over that and cleared out to center. Now Sider regroups in his own end, banked off the boards to center ice. Now Tiffels will fire it on Keller. And Keller makes the save yet again. That's 11 saves here in this second period for Antoine Keller. Has had a perfect game here so far. You look at Junka, who allowed 3 goals on 13 shots. And was the starting goaltender for France. Jerko with a .769 save percentage in that opening period. And that is why his night is done. Not pretty numbers there, that's for sure. Avito will bank that one off the boards, try and clears it away. Thank you, Best Kept Secret. I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, like, I didn't really talk about it that much on the channel just because it's like, it's whatever. It's not really as important as commentating, but you know, it doesn't really feel the same anymore. I'm sure those who are adults and all that, you guys, the older ones in the crowd, will understand that. I'm still trying to accept the fact that, like, you know, I'm not really a kid anymore, and I'm trying to get used to being an adult. But I'll get there. Offsides against France. Really, definitely value a lot. I definitely value being with family a lot more than I used to. You know, being in college, I'm streaming all the time, doing all the work with all the hockey teams I cover and all that. It made me realize how much I love my family and I love spending time with them. That's why I try not to waste the opportunities. I'm sure some of you guys will understand that. Face-off won by the French. They will clear that one down low into the German zone. Wisman now off the board. Stolen back by the French. Shot on. Goes into the corner. Germany trying to clear to center. Cahoon back ahead then. And racing through center. Toomey will dump that one behind the French net. 3 minutes to go here in period number 2. Perret back to DaCosta. DaCosta now will move that one ahead here through center, or at least he'll try to. Dump down low again then into the German end. Behind the net then, trying to move that one through center is Jonas Mueller. Will dump that one down low. Cleared off the boards to center then as the French will break it ahead. Chipped out of the air is Ritz, and on Grubauer he'll make the save. Down low now, Klobel back over then to Peterka. JJ Peterka off the boards to Draisaitl, back to Stützle. Stützle to Klobel, shoots it on, saved by Keller. Puck goes up and out of play. Shots 25-14. And again, Keller has stopped every shot that has come his way. Take a look at Germany's head coaches, Harold Kreis and Alexander Sulzer. Obviously, I'm doing my own broadcast, so I don't really hear the other broadcast that well, but I think I heard him say Stützle and Draisaitl are the two most played players in this entire tournament. They've been on the ice the most, and that makes a lot of sense. Again, you look at a team like Germany, not as strong as other teams in terms of their NHL talent, so it does make a little bit of sense that you're seeing those guys play a lot more and getting a lot more ice time. And again, both those guys have played very well here and have been well matched. Referees trying to fix a little error here on the ice in the French crease. Keller pointed it out to them. Now they're using a puck to adjust it. Face-off coming up here again now on the French end. France will win the draw. Cleared off the boards then, trying to flick that one to center. Stolen back down low by France and cleared to center. Draisaitl will bank that one off the boards then, back here through center. Seider stolen back then down low as the French will regroup. Backhanded down low into the stands. So there you go. Just crossed over the 3,000 view mark on this commentary stream. Thank you all so much for that and all your support. We have not had a commentary stream that has finished with less than 3,000 views since the Olympics have started. That is unbelievable. Thank you all so much for your continued support. It really does mean a lot. Seider will try and move this one through center. Now Peterka off the boards. Back up top, Seider. Stolen back then by France to center. Belmar off the boards now. Will clear it down low into the Germany end. Seider back to Draisaitl. Draisaitl cross ice to Stützle. Stützle here now through center, through his legs to Peterka. Can't get the pass there. Now back to Draisaitl. Peterka! Saved by Keller! What a stop! And he denies Peterka for probably the third time in this period. Here's Belmar now through center. Back ahead then, a pass to center is intercepted by the Germans. We are now in the final minute of play in the second period. What a move there by Perret. Stolen back then by Germany. Seider now regroups in his own end. Shots 26-14. Moritz Seider breaks it through center. Banked off the boards and back into the France end. Now down low, Chikashila back up to Fabre here through center. France will bring that one in. And a whistle blown here at the German line for an offsides against the French with half a minute to go in period number 2. "20 seconds left here in this second period. Down low behind the net. Germany with that puck, trying to clear that one down low. Right side then, looking to play that one ahead was the likes of Toby Reeder. Now last seconds here for France. Shot on. Texier goes wide. Pass in front, behind the net, jabbing at that puck. And the buzzer blows. That will do it for period number 2. Through 40 minutes of play, no goals for the Germans. The French get on the board. A lucky bounce there for Pierre-Edouard Bellemare. And the French trail by 2 after 40 minutes of play. That being said, folks, it is intermission time. Go get a snack. Go get a drink. Do what you got to do. We will be back for the third period momentarily. And definitely, I will confidently say this, a much better period by the French. 100%. They played a lot better in that middle frame. They were way more aggressive. That's why they got more chances on net. Antoine Keller, coming in relief, has now made 13 saves since coming in and has played very, very well. I like what I'm seeing here. So Pierre-Edouard Bellemare from Jordan Perret makes it a 3-1 hockey game. As I keep burping. If I burp one more time, I'm going to lose my mind. All right, so now we chill out here for a little bit and await the start of period number 3. How do you spell Edouard Bellemare? Ed-O-U... All right, perfect. There we go. Just updating this here quickly, guys. Thank you all for your support. Subscribe down below if you're new. If you enjoy the commentary, we'll be live for 2 other games here today for the Milan Cortina Olympics. Before we get back to our NHL commentaries here next Wednesday. Let's take a look at the other game here. Switzerland versus Italy is still a 2-0 lead for Switzerland. Slovakia will take on the winner of this game between Germany and France, and Finland will take on the winner of Italy and Switzerland. So it's looking like it may be a Germany versus Slovakia, Switzerland, Finland matchup, which is the expected matchup. Again, I think I said that a couple of times. I'm not surprised by that potential result. But I do like the tenacity from France here. I think they've stayed in this one. They've stayed active. And, you know, again, for a team that is going up against a team with not that much NHL talent, but certainly more than the French, I think they've played a well-played game. Still gnawing down on my drink. Still tired. Usually I'm awake by now. Got a long day ahead of me, as we all do. Take a look at Facebook. All right, shots 26-14. That is correct. Only 2 power plays, none of them in that second period. Refs kind of let the boys play in that middle frame.
We're here for dog parents. For parents who get up extra early for a workout. For parents who plan the best play dates. Prioritize problem solving. And for parents who know it's essential to keep mealtime exciting. That's why Nom Nom's vet developed recipes first with the nutrition dogs need and the taste and textures they crave. Nom Nom, now available at trynom.com, Chewy, and PetSmart.
When a shopping cart smashed my headlight, we worried we'd have to fight to get paid for such a small claim.
And life will revolve around the shopping cart.
Ba-dum-ba-bum, ba-dum-ba-dum-ba-dum. Now we just kind of hang out here, wait for the start of the third. Thank you all for tuning in. Subscribe down below if you're new. I would very much so greatly appreciate it. We are about 75 subscribers away from 4,600. Channel is constantly growing. I appreciate all your guys' support. Oh, gosh. Got about 9.5 minutes to go to the start of period number 3. I'm going to go use the bathroom real quick, guys. I will be back in just a moment. All right, I have returned. Sorry about that, guys. Go use the bathroom really quick so I don't have to later on. As they fix up the rank here and get ready for period number 3. Again, there are 3 games in the Santa Julia Arena tonight. Kick it off with this one here, followed by Czechia and Denmark. And then later on, Sweden and Latvia. Triple header here on the channel. It's been a long time since we've done a triple header, that's for sure. It's been a hot minute. Take a look, and I never really mentioned this at the beginning. Take a look at Philip Grubauer's Watch with Nordic record. Has played in 4 commentaries prior to this one. 2-2, 2.25, and 917. Has really good numbers when we live stream him. And we'll see that narrative continue here tonight, it seems like. Bodes well for him, that's for sure. Says about 5 minutes till the start of period number 3, so stay tuned, everybody. We are almost ready to get started with the third and final period here of this first of 3 here in the Watch with Nordic live commentary streams. Thank you all for tuning in. Stick around for the third. And again, I appreciate all of your guys' support here in these Milan Cortina Olympic Games. Ba-dum-bum-bum, ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. All right. Thank you all for tuning in. Third period getting underway here in just a moment. They're playing the highlights from period number 2. And so far today, actually. Only 1 goal in that second period. Alrighty, let's get ready for the start of period number 3 between Team Germany and Team France here in the Milano Cortina Olympic playoff qualifying game. The winner of this game will move on to play Slovakia in the quarterfinals tomorrow here in this arena, actually. Second period recap, only one goal in that middle frame. It was scored by Pierre-Edouard Bellemare in that second period off of a deflection in front. And Germany still with the 2-goal lead. France looking to stage a huge comeback here in this third period. It's going to take a lot, too, to get past Philipp Grubauer, who it feels like he has settled into this game, has had to make some saves, and has played very well. But a huge period coming up for Team France. And again, for Germany, just keep playing the way you're playing. I mean, I thought they played very well in that middle frame. Although they did let the French get back into the game. So again, as I mentioned numerous times, the winner of this game will take on Slovakia. And again, as I said at the beginning, I would argue it's one of the hardest things to win in sports, is an Olympic gold medal. And, you know, even if you win this game, you're still 3 wins away from a medal. It's a lot. It's definitely a long run. It's a long set. But when you get to the end, it is very well worth it. And we'll see if either of these teams can do that. But first, period number 3 between Germany and Italy and France. And we are underway. Face-off is won by the Germans. Now Sider off the boards, kept in the zone by the France. De Costa on the right side will try and play that one down low. Sider steals it back then for Germany. Banked off the boards, back to center. Germans get it back. Trying to break that one away then. Cleared and intercepted by Bellemare. Tipped back down low then into the German zone. Off the boards then, Grubauer will play that one back down low. Now France will attempt to clear it behind the net. Now Draisaitl steals it back. Off the boards then for Tiffels. 2-on-3 here for the Germans. Puck slides it on Keller. He'll make the save. Not sure if that will count as a shot. I don't think it will, but we've seen other ones get called for shots, so who knows. Keller came in that second period, made 13 saves on 13 shots. Has been perfect here so far for Team France. And has arguably kept them in the game. Blow play dead here in this third period. Face off in the French end. Won by Germany. Szymanski up top. Mueller tries clearing it down low. France will get it out to center. All alone now, Texier through his legs. Takes it around then behind the net. Alex Texier trying to play it down low. Back for Stützle. Intercepted by the French. Germany will get it out of their zone. Coming back in with speed. Drop back up top. Here's Badone. Pass over. Coming in. Backhand on. Saved by Grubauer. It stays out. France nearly made it a 1-goal game. Here's Texier keeping it in. Comes in. Pass up top. Shot. Blocked in front by Wisman. He is down. Puck will slide all the way back into the French zone. Taking it back with speed as Bosk. Will dump that one down low into the zone. Amato now on the right side. Clears it around behind the net. Stolen back then by Germany. Cleared to center. Banked off the boards then. Trying to play that one down low. Battling forward is McAllis on the right side. Now Bertrand back on and dumped down low into the French end. Huge opportunities there for the French, and Philipp Grubauer forced to make a big save Amato now down low. Bank back up top. Dory fires it on off the post. On the right side. Now Tommy will dump that one down low into the French end. Cleared off the boards around then behind the net. Germany takes it back. Sturm clears it up top. Sider to Sturm. Sturm up top, Sider. Sider dekes in, moves to center, shoots it, blocked. France tries to clear, it's kept in. Sider now up top, shoots it on, save by Keller. What a huge opportunity there for France to nearly tie up the game. Huge chance there on Grubauer. Big backhand there by Fabre in front, and they could not get it past. And that would have been huge. That would have really put things really close, but sadly unable to get it there. Trying to bank that one off the boards to center. Germany will keep that one in down low. Now Tiffels will clear it down low to Draisaitl. Draisaitl fires it on, blocked, and cleared all the way back to center. Just crossed over the 4,000 view mark for this commentary. Thank you all so much. This stream now is in the top 10 in terms of all-time most views. In fact, it is number 8, passing USA, Latvia earlier in this Olympic Games. It is the 8th commentary to reach 4,000 views. We keep on writing the Watch with Nordic live commentary history here. It's great to see. Thank you all so much for your continued support. And again, Antoine Keller supporting his French team here and keeping this one a relatively close hockey game. Has stopped every puck that has come his way. Face off here now. Won by Germany. Sider cleared back down low to Peterka. Peterka then for Stützle. Cleared away then. Now Draisaitl down low to Stützle. Sider intercepted then by the French. Here they come. One-on-one the other way. Da Costa into the zone. Played in front. Tipped away by Grubauer. Down low now. Perret. Back below the goal line. Da Costa. Pass in front. Belmar can't get to it there as he was tied up. Now Stützle back to Draisaitl. 2-on-1 developing. Peterka comes in all alone. Saved by Keller. Da Costa now through the zone. Gets hit there at the line. Sider will take it back for Germany. Germans now will break it through center. Cleared back in down low. Off the boards now, trying to break that one through center is Galley. Comes in, drops it back. Deking in then is Amato, broken up then by the Germans. Here's McAllis the other way. Pass over then for Cahoon, who can't get it on. Now thrown back up to the point. Cleared back down low behind the net. Stolen back then by the French. Off the boards all the way back into the German zone. French are not giving up. Shots 29-16. Antoine Keller, 16 saves tonight. Puck is backhanded out to center. Germany try getting it back. Now France will regroup here in their own end. Vermette will dump that one down low, then into the German zone. Grubauer then back down low. Off the boards now. France will break it through center, drop back up top to Trilly, and it's offsides against the French. You look at Antoine Keller, born in Dijon, France. October 6, 2004, 2023, 7th round draft pick by the Washington Capitals. Played a couple of games this season with the South Carolina Stingrays in the ECHL. 4 games there, 881 save percentage. After spending a season with Katie Bathurst Titan. Now he is playing in the NL since leaving the ECHL. Still a Capitals prospect. His rights still belong to Washington. Pass in front, tipped away, then down low by Grubauer. Cleared around now behind the net. France battling for it down low in the corner. Trying to play that one up top. Reichel will bank this out to center. Racing forward with speed, then is Tiffels. He'll get to that puck first. Battling for it down low with Ritz. Banked off the boards, kept in by Germany. Mueller up top. Jonas Mueller now back over the Wisman. A shot. Saved by Keller through the traffic. And there is the 30th shot of the game for Germany. Still a 3-1 lead for the Germans here in period number 3 in Milan. Again, thank you all for tuning in. Subscribe down below if you're new. I would greatly appreciate it. 3-1 lead here for Germany. In period number 3, the Germans getting a lot of ozone pressure on Keller. France has had a couple of chances here. They've made this game look close. They can't seem to get one past Grubauer. It sadly looks like they're not going to be able to get this one and come back, but there's still time. A lot of hockey fans here from around the world. See some USA fans in the stands, some Czech jerseys in the stands. And what's really cool about these Olympic Games, you see a lot of different people come from around the world. Face-off here now in the French zone. Won by Germany. Up top, Mueller now to Seider. Banked off the boards. Now Stutzla down low to Peterka. Peterka battling for it then with Kratz. We got a penalty here coming up against France. And Germany will head back to the power play. 1 for 2. The opening goal was scored on the power play about 2 hours ago at this point. And it's a holding call on Galley, and Germany will head to the power play. No problem, Lawrence. I appreciate you staying in here and giving me your support. Couldn't do it without you guys. I love this. I love doing this so much. We've done nearly 100 commentaries this season, 200 all time. I love it. It's so much fun. Shots 30-16 in favor of Germany with 13:22 to go. Face off in the France end. Won by the Germans. Played back up top, Peterka to Seider. Seider to Stutzla. Stutzla to Draisaitl in front of shot is blocked. Draisaitl back down to Peterka. JJ Peterka. Back to Draisaitl. Draisaitl up top, Seider. To Draisaitl. Shot down low. Save. Rebound. They score. Josh Szymanski picks up the trash in front. Another power play goal for the Germans. And it's 4-1. And that should likely put the game away there for Germany. Plenty of pressure on Antoine Keller. And now a multi-point game for Szymanski. Power play goal, 3-1. Or 4-1, sorry, not 3-1, 4-1. Szymanski from Draisaitl and Seider, so multi-point game for Szymanski, multi-point game for Seider. And Germany with a 3-goal lead here in period number 3. Face-off won by the French. Belmar up top. Gurry, a shot, goes wide of Grubauer. Now down low, Wisman will play this one ahead, try and backhand it to center. Live in the U.S. and they aren't giving this game or any other game any coverage. Yeah, the problem is if you don't have the network, good luck. The network is NBC on Peacock. Fortunately, I make enough money here on YouTube that I can put some of my YouTube money towards that expense. But if you don't have that network, good luck. Like usually, and for those who are, longtime listeners to the commentaries and you've been following here throughout the whole year, you will know that I will post shorts as well of my calls. I'm not allowed to do that. My buddy, Hot Take Hockey, who does streams as well here, he showed some of the footage, which is a bad idea, by the way. I would not have done that. He got a 90-day ban on YouTube by the IOC, and I was like, nope, not even touching that. But yeah, no problem. Like, if you don't have the network, it's game over, honestly. Through the zone now, shot on Keller goes wide. Now throw to center. Regrouping down low is Gurry. Now Galette. Here for France. Galette now will break it through center, cleared down low into the German zone. Cleared all the way back into the French end. Now Galette will dump that one down low into the German zone. That'll be an icing against France. Shots 32-16 in favor of Germany. Again, Keller has stopped all but one that has come his way. 18 saves on 19 shots. .947 save percentage here tonight. France will play this one out to center. Pass drop back then for Bos. Down low now, Amato will dump that one into the zone. Sider steals it back. Now Draisaitl behind the net. Battling for it down low. Played back to Sider now below the goal line. Cleared to center. Triffles, pass in front. Draisaitl, pass over! And shot goes wide, I think. I don't know if Keller got that. I couldn't really tell. I think he did, actually. Wow, what a save by Keller. Yeah, I need a Peacock subscription to see any other games, not USA or versus Canada. Yeah, no problem, man. I mean, again, like, you basically have to have one of the 3 networks or one of the 2 networks. It's not like where you can, like, you can pirate it and watch it through, like, an illegal site, because they're shutting that stuff down, too. Maybe there is. I don't know. Paterka. Up top then for Klabel. Back to Stutzla. Stutzla brings it into center. Waits. Fires it wide of Keller. Here comes France now. Cleared back down low into the German zone. Stutzla. Above the German goal line. Now halfway through this third period already. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. Wisman. Back over then for Szymanski, who will clear that one to center, or at least he'll try to. Now Paterka, stolen back by the French. Into the zone. Shot on. Goes wide of Grubauer. France yet to get another chance here in this third. Being outshot, I believe, 8-2. Shot on and was stuck in the stick of another player. Now Ritz down low in the corner, stolen back by Germany, cleared all the way back to center. France at the neutral zone. Now Dory will dump that one in, saved by Grubauer. France trying to keep that one in. Played back up top. Perret down low. Stolen back then by Germany and cleared out of play with 9:22 to go. Josh Szymanski with the power play goal and a rebound. It is 4-1 Germany. This game kind of going as expected. I don't think anybody should be surprised with the result we've had tonight. I think we knew it was going to be Germany here who gets the win. We'll see what Czechia Denmark has in store for us later.
Wealth advisors, and members. CLA.
Looks like we have a penalty coming up here against the Germans. It'll be Mark McAllis for a delay of game call, and the French get an opportunity to kind of put themselves back in the game here with a power play. I didn't realize when we cut to commercial break that was going on, but it looks like the French will get their first power play of the game here in the third period. 9:22 left to go. Again, like if you're Germany, or sorry, if you're France, Jesus. If you're France, capitalize on this power play, keep the pressure going. It's just difficult because they can't get that much time in the German zone. Face-off won by the Germans, and there you go. It's cleared back down low into the French end. Keller back down low now as the French will break it through center, cleared in down low. Cleared around then behind the net, trying to handle that puck was McAllis. Through center, short-handed Sturm. Comes in through his legs. Backhand save by Keller. Trying to break this one away then. Da Costa back up top, cleared down low into the corner. Up top. Arvidas. Back to Da Costa. Da Costa now down low. Why don't they have Texier out there with Belmar? Arvidas back to Belmar. Up top now. France shut on. Saved by Grubauer with the right pad. Halfway through the power play. Da Costa. Cross ice pass. Bosk. Down low. Back to Da Costa, who can't keep that puck. Now Germany battling for it on the right side. France keeps it in up top. Da Costa. Here on the German side. 30 seconds to go. Not taking the shot. Puck will come all the way back out to center. And France will regroup. Avidu now will move it through center. Pass ahead then to Texier, who comes onto the ice with 10 seconds to go. Less than 10 seconds left. Now Texier comes in, fires it on. And that one's blocked and goes wide. That'll do it for the French power play. Shot on save. Rebounds there in front. Texier dekes in, fires it, and goes high and wide out of play. 7:15 left to go here in the third period. A failed power play there for the French. 4-1. Thank you, Lawrence. Have a good one. I appreciate the support. The kind words mean a lot. Thank you. Texier up top. Both shoots it. Saved by Grubauer. Chipped away then by the Germans. Peterka through center to Stützle. Stützle cross ice to Draisaitl. Saved by Keller. Kept in by Germany. They'll force it out to center is the French. Good play there. Draisaitl back to Stützle, who will backhand it down low. Racing for it now with speed. Peterka. Up top, Mueller. To Peterka. Peterka to Stützle. Stützle on the right side. To Costa. Coming off the boards now. We'll move it through center. 6.5 minutes to go in the third. 35-20 are the shots. Now chance in front for France. And they are tripped. And we are going to get another French power play. This time it is on J.J. Peterka, who will head to the box for a trip. And I wonder if we'll see France pull their goaltender. There's 6:21 left to go. It'll ensue a 6-on-4. And a possible chance for France to maybe put themselves back in the game. 6:21 left. You're down by 3? I think it's worth it. I think it's worth pulling them now. You got to try. Great chance by Draisaitl, though. Keller with the little poke check there in front, denying Draisaitl from getting a legitimate shot on. And they will keep Keller in the net for now. You got to give it a shot. Face off in the German zone, won by France. Up top now, cleared around behind the net. Trying to grab it down low is Da Costa. Back over then for Belmar. Belmar up top. Da Costa. Arvidas to Texier. Pass will slide just wide of Grubauer. Now Eel will steal it down low. He will run down the clock. Belmar up top. Down low, Texier. Texier. Here on the right circle. Cross ice pass. Da Costa fires it. Blocked. Rebounds there in front. Goes down below the goal line. Grubauer is in the net. Pass up top. How do you not try and shoot that, dude? Gotta just try and get it on. Grubauer was out of his own net. Texier. Back for Da Costa. Da Costa back up top. Arvido to Texier. Fires it. Blocked. Rebounds there. 5.5 minutes to go. A minute to go on the power play. Da Costa shoots it. Glove. Rebounds there in front. Puck slides wide. Germany will get it and clear to center. Arvidas will dump that one in. Now a backhand just wide. Second unit gets out here for the French. Down low now in the corner is Sacatriel. Intercepted by Germany and backhanded down the other way into the France end. Now Keller will play that puck ahead then through the zone. A shot by Fabre goes off of Grubauer and out of play. France with 23 shots. Grubauer 22 saves here tonight. .957 save percentage for Grubauer. As it goes for Keller. .955. So both these goaltenders, although we've seen 3 of them here tonight with Jerko allowing 3 of the 4 goals, it has given Germany a 4-1 lead. Puck will slide all the way back into the France zone. 10 seconds to go on the power play. That will pretty much do it. Here's Bos now on the last opportunity. Comes into the zone. Holds it back. Pass it over. Save by Grubauer as Triel fires it into his chest. And another big save there by Philipp Grubauer, who has kept this game at bay for Germany. A much better game than I anticipated. 4-1. Again, everybody, thank you all for tuning in. We are in the winding last couple minutes here of this third period. Germany has played a great game. I think France is matched up well. It's just that they don't have the skill. That's the issue. They don't have the skill or the NHL level talent to stay up with these teams. But they've played well. I don't think that should not be overlooked. Sorry, guys, just updating something here really quick. Thank you all for tuning in. We just crossed over the 5,000 view mark on this stream. Thank you all for tuning in. Please subscribe down below if you're new. Also, like the stream as well. It helps out with the engagement, brings more people into the wonderful commentary. I really greatly appreciate all of your guys' support here tonight. It's a great start to a triple header here on the channel. Face off now in the Germany zone. Draisaitl versus Boudon. Face off won by the French. Gallet clears it around then behind the net. Sider takes it back down low for Germany. 4:10 left to go. Keep an eye out for Keller. I imagine they will try and pull him. It's not like the prelims where it doesn't really matter, or where it matters with differential. Texier, cross ice pass, shot, save, rebound in front. And the France cannot tuck it. Cleared all the way back to center. Here's a breakaway for Texier. Texier comes in, saved by Grubauer. Another stop by Philip Grubauer, who has played phenomenal here tonight. Now Draisaitl, down low now behind the net. We'll clear that one around then for Peterka. Peterka will try and get that one on then. Draisaitl now below the goal line. Intercepted then by France. Belmar will break it here through center. He's hit off that puck. Now Szymanski will bring it down low then for Germany. Below the goal line. Shot on Grubauer. Save. 3 minutes to play. Cleared all the way out to center. Trail drops it back. An empty net here for the French. Now down low, Stutzla. Holding it here in the Germany zone. Stutzla back down low, cleared. Out to center, kept in by the French. Intercepted. Now Szymanski. Played ahead then for Stutzla, who can't get it in time for the empty net. Now he'll take it around behind it. France will regroup now with 2.5 minutes to go. Perret intercepted. Shot goes towards the empty net and wide. Down low, Stutzla battling for it with Avitu. Now down low, France will pick it back up with 2:20 remaining. Shots 28 to 35. Here's Texier through the zone. Alex Texier banked off the boards, back down low then into the Germany end. Played around now down low in the corner. Cleared off the boards then down low. Back to Texier on the right side. Up top, shot. Saved by Grubauer, who will cover that puck from up top. And I really do need to commend France. I am a little bit surprised at how well they're playing. They are putting up a really good effort. And I think that's great to see. For a country that isn't really known for their hockey, it's good to see that, you know, they're playing a well-matched game against the country that is not as great, but definitely more superior than the French. And they're playing well. Timeout here for France, and seeing all the little kids here in the Olympics skipping school. Lucky them, doing the 6-7. I didn't know that was a thing in Italy or whoever these people are. Almost done my drink. So again, I will talk about the streaming schedule here. Triple header today. We will be live for Czechia, Denmark later on today. And then Sweden and Latvia will be our 3 o'clock matchup. And we will not be live tomorrow. Thursday will be live for the women's medal games. And then Friday, the semifinals. Saturday, the bronze medal. And then Sunday, the gold medal for the men's. Belmar versus Draisaitl on the draw. Face-off won by Germany. Seider will fire it down the other way. Not enough for the empty net. Texier. Back away then. Drop back through the zone. Texier off the boards for Berstrand. Dumped into the Germany end. Seider. Cleared around the right side. Germany will take it back to center with 1:30 left. Behind the net then, Arnaitis back up. And ahead for DaCosta. DaCosta around Mueller. Intercepted by Clable. Will bank that one off the boards. It'll come all the way back into the France end once again. Approaching the final minute of play in regulation. Battling for it in the corner. Draisaitl takes it back. Cross-ice pass for Sturm, who will look for the empty net. He hits it. Nico Sturm with the empty net goal, and Germany will officially move on to take on Slovakia tomorrow in the quarterfinals. And obviously not an ideal game there for France, but it was a good effort. I mean, I will commend France. They played well. I think that's what you can be satisfied with here. Less than a minute to go here in the third period. Back in net is Keller. Shots 36-30. 30 shots for France. Wow. What an effort. Whistle blown here for an icing against Germany. So less than 50 seconds to go. Germany will officially move on to the quarterfinal game. Look at the other side. It looks like Switzerland's going to defeat Italy. Shot from up top, gloved by Grubauer yet again. And what a game for Philipp Grubauer. 30 saves here tonight with that shot from the point. .968 save percentage. Face-off here won by Germany. They will clear it all the way back out to center with 35 seconds to go. Trying to break this one away then through the neutral zone. Back down low. 20 seconds left. So, not the greatest effort, or not the most ideal game there from France, but I thought they played well. But Germany will win the playoff qualifier, and they will move on to take on Slovakia in the quarterfinal games tomorrow. Your final score, Germany 5 and France 1. Multi-point games for Leon Draisaitl, multi-point games for Szymanski and Stutzla. Philipp Grubauer with 30 saves. And your final score is 5-1 in favor of the Germans. All right. That'll do it for me here for this morning commentary. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. In less than 2 hours, we will be live for Czechia and Denmark. So thank you all for tuning in. Subscribe down below if you're new, please. I would greatly appreciate it, and I will see you guys in the next stream.